All right, guys, what's going on? At the very end of the last video, I know it's been a long time. As y'all can probably notice, I'm in a different shop. So it's been a long time since I put a video out. Had a lot going on. No need to go into details, but we'll jump right in. As you can see, in a brand new spot. The car is up to date with the videos that's out there. We've got a little wood burner in the back. It's winter time here. We're able to heat, get started. Last video we ended with tow boards. You'll see more footage than me talking on that. Other than that, guys, car's the same. You know, I haven't had the chance to work on it, which, as you guys know, when we started this venture, it was, you know, this is a hobby of mine. It's not a day job. So that's where we're at, guys. So I'll show you what we're getting ready to start tackling. Getting real close to rust repair, finished with it, and we'll be ready to move on to something else. But meantime, I'm excited to get back on it. I ain't been on the car in a long time. But here we go. Here's what we got. So this car was a true Bel Air car. The lighting's not very good in here, but it had Bel Air molding on it, especially when it was a four-door. They run down the A-pillars. So as I pulled that molding off, I've got some rot. Now it looks worse than what it really is. The main bracing of the A-pillar is perfect, no rust. It's this outer skin that is bad. So, just like in true fashion, we're going to fix it. We're going to start with this side here. I'll go ahead and show you driver's side first. Both sides are the same. Actually, driver's side's a little bit worse. The inner structure of the A-pillar is good. It's just this outer structure. So the A-pillar is still good and solid. Just this outer skin. And it is from factory, I'm not sure exactly how it goes, but it spot welds on to the A-pillar. It's what holds the molding and just finishes it out. So, lucky for me, I was able to find a good set of posts. And I can potentially show you right here. This is that outer skin I'm talking about. That's the main part of the post and this outer skin. So instead of cutting this post all the way out, we're going to cut right where my thumb is, the outer skin, and replace it right there. And that's how we're going to do it. So with the donor car I was able to get them off of, I was able to get both of them. And I was actually going to make this stuff by hand, but the guy offered up and was able to get them. So we're going to place both of them with, hopefully, if all goes to plan, without cutting the whole A-post out. Now, for some reason, if this don't work and I have to cut that A-post out, I'll brace it a little bit before I cut it out. But anyway, hopefully we're just going to replace the outer skin. All right, guys, we'll get you set up on laps, get this thing rolling again. Thanks to everybody that's out there that's stuck with the channel, commented, checking on me. I know I've been quiet. And we're going to try to get back jumped on this thing, and hopefully we pick up some new ones, and thanks to all the loyal ones that's out there. All right, guys, I'll bring you back. See you. All right, guys, bring you back here just a second, show you what we got going on. So this driver's side's it had a little bit more rod on it than the passenger side. Passenger side's gonna be a breeze, I'm pretty sure it is. But I'll show you what I've done. We ended up, this was the post that I had. That piece goes right here. So I actually cut the post just a little bit. There is an outer skin. So the outer skin is still connected to the post. Well, on this particular side, I went to the inside of the windshield lip because the outside was too far gone. So I never compromised my post, nothing ever moved, but I cut from here up, then crossed over to the inside here. So you guys saw me cutting it out, saw me cutting out the replacement post, and this is what I've come up with. So after some fitment, it's going to lay in right in there, real close. It's hard to hold with one hand. Something like that. So we're going to weld our seam right up through there. Here, and then we'll weld on the inside of the windshield lip on this side. Kind of hard to hold and show, but I'll set up laps on this part, putting it in. I've got to put a few tacks on it, and then I've got to do a little bit more slit cut, and then we'll be ready to weld this side in. But like I said, we left all the posts. That's real good and sturdy, but we got most of the rod out of it. Then when we get to the passenger side, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to do just the outer skin. I had to do outer skin and outside of the A-pillar post on this one. All right, guys, set you up on lap skin. We'll go from there. See you. All right, guys, what's going on? Next day in the garage, show you where we left off, what we ended up with. It's not welded in solid, but turned out pretty good. We've got it tacked in and all that good stuff. So I've got the door closed right now. And here is our new outer post. Still got to do all the welding. But you can see the body lines here. Lined it up. I made sure my door was adjusted in, you know, pretty close before we tacked that post in. Made sure the front was pretty close. Everything lined up actually really nice. Still got to weld it and grind it out. Show you the inside here. It actually turned out really nice. Gap's a little bit big here, but that was my error from cutting the donor post and this post. So, but that's no big deal. I'll put a little bit of filler metal in there and we'll shape it back out with grind. And same as up here. Up here is a little bit tough because this is a factory lead joint. So you got to grind all that stuff out and get everything. So I'm gonna have to add a little bit in that corner, but overall, I'm happy with it. Looks good. I'm pleased with the way it turned out. So I said I was just gonna do the outer skin on this side. I decided as well as that one went in on the driver's side, this is my donor post and I've already cut it apart. So I done it the same way. I cut from the inside of the windshield lip to the outside of the post. And same as this side, it'll lay in just like that. To this point, haven't cut any of the post out. So I'll be cutting on the inside of the window lip across to down the outside of this post. Down and around. So again, I won't be compromising the post, any of the integrity of it or structural, whatever you want to call it. And so I shouldn't get no movement. I mean, basically all we're doing is replacing the outer skin here because it was the Bel Air car and, you know, it just held moisture and dirt and everything when it runs off the drip rail. Anyway, that's what we're tackling today. I'll set you up on laps. We'll get this one cut out, fit in and tacked up and go from there. Bring you back, guys. See you. All right, guys, update to this point. Y'all seen on laps, we cut this out. This is our new post going in. So what we've got going, basically same as the other side. We've been just dressing it in with a grinder and a cutoff wheel to get it where we want it. And it's starting to fit pretty good, both sides. I'm gonna have to add a little bit of a filler piece right there, but that's no big deal. And then we're gonna have to do a little bit more rust repair right there at the front, but that's all right too. So what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna set the laps back up. We're gonna get this tacked in. Before I start tacking, I'm gonna check my body lines on my door, and then we're gonna make sure the body line looks good on this post. Go from there. So that's what we got so far, guys. Bring you back. See you. All right, guys, bring you back here just a second, show you what we got going on, and you guys see who's got the welding helmet on. First time ever welding. Yep. We're gonna teach him to weld tonight. So I'll show you what we got going on with this post. We got it tacked in. We've got our door gaps good. Actually took our stainless molding for the windshield, top and bottom laid in there. It fits nice. Up through there. Got to fix a little gap there. That's no big deal. So Jackson is going to do a little tack welding right here.
Yeah.
First time ever. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
And he's got his helmet. He's got all his safety on. I'm going to show him.
It just went black for a second.
One time, and then hopefully we'll come up with it. So I'm going to set you guys up on laps, and we'll go from there. See you guys. What's going on, guys? Bring you back here just a second, show you what's going on. It's the next day in the garage. As y'all just seen, Jackson helped me weld some on this post. Since then, didn't really get any footage of it other than him welding a little bit. I finished welding it up, and I'll show you what we come up with the finished product here. So it turned out pretty good. I had to replace a little bit of metal here, some rust repair. We got nice door gaps. Nice gap at the top. Nice gap down through here. Now, right through here is just a little bit tight, but if you remember, I put these posts in, I can actually open that gap up a little bit with a little bit more grinding. There's actually some weld in there. No big deal. We will, it's not much. We'll take that gap out. Here's the inside of the post. After we got everything welded in, ground out pretty smooth. We done some repair right in there too. It needs some more finish grinding, but it's pretty good. Put the new section in here, got our little bumper back on, all that good stuff. Turned out good. Windshield molding and all that stuff still fits the way it's supposed to. Everything's good and straight. Now we have a rust-free outer post. So today's plan, I'm gonna set you up on laps. We've got this post already tacked in, ready to go. I'm gonna set you up. We're gonna do a little welding, some grinding, and we'll go from there. This one's pretty well ready to go. I gotta add just a little bit right in there. The cutter got a little off when we was cutting it out, but that's all good. So we'll set you up on laps, finish out this post video, and then we'll probably cap this one, guys. Try to get it out too. So holler back at you. See you. All right, guys, what's going on? Bring you back here, and we're going to finish this video up on the A-pillar post, and I'll show you what we've got going, and we'll go from there, guys. Here we go. So we've got it all welded up, got it in. Turned out pretty nice. Still got to do a little more grinding and a little bit of touch-up welding. But our gaps turned out good. Our stainless molding fits good. All that good stuff. We've got all our door gaps in pretty good shape. Got this side welded in, ground out. Our little corner sections up here, I got them put in both sides. Only thing I like, I got to drill the hole and put the bumper back in on this one. Like I said, a little bit of touch-up welding and some more grinding, and we'll be in pretty good shape. Take you to the passenger side. It's the same way. Gap's pretty good. Actually, all the way around the door. Same thing on this side, welded on the inside, grounded out. Now I did have to do a little work here, as you've seen in this video. I've still got to do some touch up on it, but the stainless molding that goes on the bottom of the windshield will cover most of that. In time I'll work it in with some body filler. Be in good shape. Inside of this post, we got our little corner piece in. I did get the bumper put on this side. I had to do a little repair here on this one. But overall, it turned out good. Still a little bit of touch-up welding and all that good stuff to go. That's what we've got for the A-pillar post, guys. I'm pleased with it. Fortunate to get the post. Be able to get them in. It's coming right along. This car's had some crazy rust areas on it. But, you know, doing what I got to do. So, all right, guys, we're going to cap this one off, get it put out there for you, and we're going to go ahead and actually start on the next one today. So, as always, guys, like, subscribe, comment, talk to me, all that good stuff. See you.